Turf Wars. Day 2, Rafael Devers versus the Red Sox. First, let's hear from legendary Red Sox designated hitter, David Ortiz. Quote, "You are not talking about just another ball player. You're talking about Rafael Devers, the current David Ortiz type player the Red Sox have. Listen to me. That's the team's best player. Bregman might have better defensive numbers. I'll give you that. But you are not talking about a Mickey Mouse type of player. You are talking about Rafael Devers." Let's see if Poppy wants to come back and play a position. All right. Alex Cora, of course, is going to receive questions about this every day for the rest of eternity. So he said Devers told him and Craig Breslow, who runs the front office, quote, "I'm a third baseman." We knew that. And Cora said he knew that he was going to say that, and they weren't surprised. He said they still have a great relationship. And then I'll give you the quote, and then we can comment here from Cora, the longer quote, because they're going to continue to have conversations, and it's too early to know right now what positions Devers and Bregman are going to play. So they're not giving up just yet. And here's the quote: "Decisions are going to be made here about roster construction and what we're going to do in the future. We're going to make sure we have the best team possible out there. He has a lot of pride. We know that. He feels like he's a third baseman. He's going to work out as a third baseman. And then we're going to make decisions accordingly." But I think here it's not about Bregman or Devers or Cora. It's about the Red Sox. Whatever decision we make is for the benefit of the team.
On opening day, Rafi Devers will be playing third base. You want a bold prediction? There it is.
Why aren't they just saying that then? Why are they drawing a line in the sand?
Because they can't back up. They can't back up now from what they already said. So they've already made it uncomfortable, and now they have to stand to it. But when David Ortiz says Rafi Devers is a third baseman, then you know what that does to Red Sox Nation and the massholes? It makes them get behind Rafi Devers playing third base. So, we all have our opinions, but bold prediction, Rafi Devers on opening day, now, depending on who they face, is going to be the third baseman.
Something we're not really talking about a lot because it's about Rafi Devers. Alex Bregman signed here. What was told to him when he signed here? Here's a Brinks truck of cash. Come and play for the Sox. Oh, they definitely talked about this. Like, hey, how do you think Devers is going to feel about this? Like, Bregman's a confident superstar player with 2 World Series rings. Devers has a ring. Like, you're sitting there going, wait a minute, they told me this when I came to the org. Okay, first day of ground balls, I guess I'm going to third. Where's Rafi? Rafi didn't come out for ground balls. Do you want me to take him at second? Wait, cameras are out here. Should I not? It's awkward. It's awkward when you come into a new clubhouse. Like, you want Devers to be your buddy.
How does this not get handled beforehand? And then after yesterday, how does it not get handled?
Because it's never going to go away because it's Boston. Don't you get it, Scott? Because once it became a public thing and you had to have a press conference with Rafi Devers, and what did he say? Just like this. No. No.
In Espanol.
Right? Yeah, he said no, and he said no. And then they asked him again, and he said, no, I'm a third baseman. Right? So either it wasn't communicated to him, or he just is flat out saying no. Now, what happens down the road, I don't know, but at least to start the year, I'm telling you, Rafi Devers will play third.
So just to be clear, Cora is going to have to say in a few weeks from now, yeah, it's all good. He's our third baseman. Tail between legs. Sorry for going after him.
Not tail between legs. Right now,
No.
Cora's texting Big Poppy going, ¿Qué es esto, man? Why do you have to, like, we're trying to work this out ourselves. Poppy, just silencia, a little bit of silence, just for a little bit, please. Like, he's the Don. He's the Red Sox Don. If he says something, man, the massholes are definitely out there.
I would just be like, hey, Poppy, remember the position that you played that led us to all of that success? Maybe you should give him a little nudge, hint,
No.
help us out for a year because it makes us
David
a better
wanted
team.
no part. David wanted no part. Trust me, I came up with David. I played with David in the minor leagues. Trust me, he wanted no part of it. He wanted to hit, and he went to the Hall of Fame as a hitter. And exactly what he should have done is what he did. Listen, we used to have a game every day when I was in the Florida State League with him. I'd take grounders at first, and I was awful. But I would beat him. We'd bet a Coke, and I would beat him most of the time. So, I mean, trust me, I couldn't field a ground ball to save my life.
And he knew it. He knew it. Devers was 8th percentile in outs above average last year for range. Arm strength was about middle of the pack.
What I think about, and I'm not saying that they're the same player at all. I'm talking about young players who have a really good hit tool, move to DH at a young age. Delman Young and Rafi Devers are not the same player. Please hear that. I'm saying Delman Young told me as soon as he got moved to DH, he said it was so much harder for him to go back out into the field. And because he said the daily routine is just completely different, and you get into this routine of being a DH, whether you're injured or you're not injured, and you have to embrace that role, that it really has a tough time getting back onto the field consistently.
Thank you, Eric. What did I say yesterday? Once you go DH, you don't go back, man. It's hard. You don't go back. You can't, because you get into that, and especially when you do it every day. And that's why Scott's like, it's only for 1 year. You can go back next year. Once you get into that role, it is so hard to go back. It was so hard as a catcher that was used to being out there every day to go DH, because it's such a different mindset. You're not involved. You're like, man, I'm pinch hitting 4 times this game. What do I do for these 2 innings when I'm not on deck? And da-da-da. You try to watch a game, but you really don't feel like you're in the game because you're not playing defense. It is just hard, really, really hard when you become a full-time DH to go back to the field. It's easier to go the other way.
Salvi did it last year. Didn't he do a lot of DH in first base until Vinny P came back halfway through the year, and then he went back to catcher?
Salvi's been playing every single day. He has been – it's worked for him. Absolutely. But what worked for Salvi is the fact that he's not catching 150 games a year and seeing his second half numbers go for a consecutive 8 years. He saw the benefit of DHing, so he embraced that role. Salvador Perez is also probably 30 pounds heavier than Rafi Devers in the sense that his body handles things differently than Rafi Devers, who's playing more athletic position at third base. You're asking a guy to quit an athletic position, not as athletic as shortstop, but still an athletic position, and then say, come on back. We're going to go back to it. I don't see it. I don't see it for the long-term success of the Red Sox.
Oh, Todd Father. Remember the good old days when we would have the cards in the binders, but then they'd get all messed up and we're trying to sell online and it's just real clunky? They really actually weren't the good old days, were they?
No, they were definitely not. But now there's a better way. The Arena Club has been dominant with this. You get to trade your cards. You could sell them. But the best part for me is getting them graded. I love everything about that. This new age of getting cards graded. You could display them on your online showroom, your mobile device. It's the coolest thing in the world.
Whether you're buying, selling, trading, or displaying, Arena Club is the all-in-one trading card platform. You have to sign up for an account at arenaclub.com/foul. Just like Todd Father mentioned, there's a process that combines AI and human grading to get the job done. Right now, 20% off your first slab pack or card purchase by going to arenaclub.com/foul. Use code FOUL. That's arenaclub.com/foul. Code FOUL for 20% off your first purchase.
Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.